Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Fab's in the house, and today I'm in the house with something really special. This is the Peter Rassenti Knives, the Toad. It's the new Warncliffe model, and we're gonna check out the look, the sound, and the feel of this guy, but first of all, let me say a big thank you to my buddy Derek for sending this guy along, so I'm able to check it out and share my observation with you guys. And of course, don't forget to like the video and to subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying this kind of content. This is pretty unique. At the moment, there are not so many of these knives around. It's a truly nice one, but it's a small one. So let's just quickly check out this guy up against some couple options you might be familiar with, because this is the Ontario Rat number 2, and look at this. This is Ontario Rat number 1, big boy. Okay, so this is smaller than both of those. Like, for example, maybe you own a mini bug out. The mini bug out is still a little bit bigger than the Toad. That's the bug out. So you can see like the full size bug out, it still like looks huge in comparison to that. This is the Spyderco Para 3. If you like Spyderco, maybe you are familiar with the Paramilitary 2, which is this big boy compared to that. Or maybe you're a Chris Reeve fan, and boom, here you have your small Sebenza 21 in this case, right over here. And you've guessed it, large Sebenza 31 in the house, beautiful box elder burl and ladder Damascus. But yeah, check this out. This is gonna be a tiny one for sure. Let me show you just another couple of options. This is the Custom Knife Factory 520, and this is also another Peter Rassenti design. This is the Snafu 2.0. Look at that. Pretty big boy for sure. Just because, yeah, let me show you also this guy over here, Kami Flipper Sienkiewicz design, Shirogorov made. Another option, like quite classic, that's the Hinder knives, that's the XM18, 3.5 inches. This, for example, is another comparable in size. This is the Chris Reeve Knives Nandi. And what else can I show you? Yeah, of course, you got to be checking out the large Nirvana, also designed by Peter Rassenti. And what else can I show you? Let me show you just this Koenig Knives Arius, just to give you another perspective. And why not? That's the Shirogorov F3 and S, which is in the house, and another couple options. Just a little bit smaller knives, but still a little bit bigger compared to the Toad. That's the Custom Division Neon NL. And let's just end with another Canadian beauty. That's the Kirby Lambert Rain. So you get the idea. This is not a big one. This is not a big knife. This is the Peter Rassenti Toad. It's the new Warncliffe frame lock. It's of course like an integral one, which means that the handle has been carved out, milled out from a solid billet of titanium. In fact, you can see there's continuity, like there's no slabs like you would have normally in any other knife, like something like that. You see, you have two slabs. This is just a backspacer, but here you see that there's this beautiful piece of titanium hand carved with this rocky pattern, and you of course can appreciate how the carving goes all around the handle, and it's all like jigged and textured to create this pretty cool rocky effect. It's unique, of course, and it's very interesting. Also, this guy is handmade by Peter in Canada, and he's the master of the integral knives. The price on this one is going to be around $1,500, $1,600, in that ballpark. And the overall look when closed, it's like absolutely interesting, because you have this big like rounded area over here. Like this is just like a very continuous curve which ends at this tip, and then you see you get like this sinuous curves going on all around. When you open this guy, you can see that there's like a sinusoid kind of wavy line that it's absolutely continuing over here, so uninterrupted curves going on from the spine of the blade and the back on the handle right over here. Really, really cool. This is absolutely crazy. Like, I mean, the level of work that goes into this carving, I don't know how much time it takes, but I'm assuming it's, yeah, it's not like a 5-minute job. This is requiring some level of precision, some nice skills, and Peter has all the attributes to pull this one off like in this way. So really, really cool. There is not much internal chamfering over here. You have some milled out area in the like around the lock bar relief, so you know you're gonna be able to disengage the lock bar like that with no problems. No finger grooves over here. You just have like one, let's say one elongated curve over here, which is gonna serve like just to hold it nicely like this. Super easy construction. There's just one pivot screw over here. You just unscrew it from this side. This looks like to be a T15 Torx bit that you're going to be needing to maintain and disassemble this one, and your job is done. You just put it out, the blade, and you're gonna get like 2 bearings on the inside, and you're pretty much good to go. So it's gonna be super easy to do. I'm not gonna do any video for this because this has been sent in, so I'm not gonna try to do any maintenance, even if it's, I mean, this is pretty perfect. There's no need for that, and I'm gonna leave Derek to the pleasure to take this guy down for the first time. So that's just about it, and it's really interesting new design from Peter. It's different because now he's just making the Paisan and the Nirvana currently, the small version, and this is another small, a little bit smaller than those two. New design, which it's really interesting. I like very much this blade shape. At the beginning I was a little bit not sure, but after checking this guy out, I can say that's a very cool thing. I really love this line going on. It's very sinuous, very harmonious. I find it it's pretty cool in my opinion. This is, by the way, zirconium pivot, and you can see there's like some nice decoration on this side. But the main thing of this guy is that it's clipless, so there's no pocket clip on this side, and that's good because this is a very light knife. It's compact, it's unobtrusive, it's something you can pull out at a restaurant anywhere. Nobody's gonna get scared of, and you're gonna be feeling quite comfortable in taking this guy out if you need to cut something. So it's very interesting for sure. Check this out. I mean, it's a classy, it's a gentleman's knife with this a nice touch, artistic feel on the blade, on the handle, sorry, that it gives like a pretty cool uniqueness to the overall knife. Look at this. The blade is also really interesting. There's no jimping going on. It's not crowned or chamfered. There's just a little area over here. Let me see if I can show it to you. Right there, kind of like a very light swedge. Of course, you have this pretty cool groove on both sides, kind of like it's a nice fuller, and you have like this Wharncliffe blade shape, just very accentuated and going down up to this stabby point and straight edge up to the sharpening choil. This is a mirror washed finish. You can appreciate how well it's done. Let's just check the stock thickness of this guy over here. So 0.1305 inches, and let's just check how thin behind edge this guy is. Guys, look at this. 0.007. This is a extremely thin blade. Like behind the edge, this guy's absolute. Look at that. That's a crazy slicer. Absolutely sterile looking blade. There's no billboarding going on. There is nowhere to find Peter's signature. Usually his is doing something right underneath the pivot. Let me show you. On this one, you can see that he's just doing like a little bit of engraving underneath that, so really unobtrusive. Nowhere else you can find that. So that's something really cool that keeps the blade clean and the handle clean as well. So very, very nice. It's pretty cool, guys. It's a unique shape. It's something refreshing for the market for sure. This guy is not a flipper, there's no thumb stud, so you want to maybe use like this groove here as a nail nick and just pull out the blade like that with two hands, or you can maybe just try to do like a spidey flick kind of deal like that. So just use your fingernail and use this groove over here to deploy the blade, and it's gonna be like fun. There's something I noticed right over here. You can see that the tip of the blade, it's not fully recessed down, so that's why probably a slip is gonna be nice, because you might be able to snag the tip of the blade with your finger. So you know, like that, it's not that dangerous, but if you're just like sticking your finger in it, you might be able to do this. So just keep that in mind. The sound when you deploy this blade, it's beautiful. It's really interesting, nice and clicky, crispy, and it's a very interesting sound. It's not loud, but it's created by this shape, of course, the integral nature of the handle trapping the sound on the inside. And if you just hold it like that, you see it's even more unobtrusive. If you just keep it open, it's a little bit louder, but still very gentle, very mellow, and absolutely not scary. So it's a cool thing. It's in the nature of this knife. When you close the knife, beautiful, clinking, super nice. I mean, it's very gentleman, classy, unobtrusive, and I think very delicate sound. Really, really cool. This guy is weighing like a feather. It's absolutely extremely light, because look at this. It's 1.8 ounces, so it's crazy light. This is kind of like going to disappear in your pocket. When you hold it in your hand, there's no hot spots. I was concerned at the beginning because I was checking this area over here and seemed a little bit sharp. It is sharp, but it's gonna be like that in the hand, so it's not gonna be digging anywhere. Like I just, you know, this is gonna rest right over here, and because it's that small, first of all, you're not gonna be doing anything like hardcore on this one. But overall, yeah, it's not like the most comfortable handle on the planet, but there's not really like crazy hot spots going on or sharp edges. I mean, this is, yeah, it's a sharp point on this side, but it's not that bothering in this position over here. I would say I wouldn't do like any like reverse grip, because the handle is so small for my hands, but it's still something that you might consider in doing. It feels, of course, absolutely solid. There's nothing moving because there's no moving parts. Just the lock bar moves. By the way, there's no stainless steel lock face insert. The engagement on the lock up is it's pretty good early, maybe 20%. But absolutely solid, no blade play, no lock rock up and down. And Peter's it's not doing any stainless steel lock face insert, but I never seen any need for that, because his geometry is probably that good. Also, you have to be careful because there's no over travel lock bar stop, and that if you overextend this lock bar into that direction, it might be an issue, because being an integral, you're not going to be able to bend it back this way, so just be careful about that. Also, of course, I mean, this is a grippy knife. A lot of texture is going on, and you can feel it. It's to the touch is really, really cool. I really love the Coke bottle profile over here, which is thinning at this in this area over here, and then just widening out like that, like you know, the Coke bottle. And this is gonna be like a nice textury and grippy knife, not much slippery, of course. Fit and finish is just stellar. And I was saying, you know, there's no gaps, no misalignment. Everything is flush because there's just one solid chunk of titanium, so it couldn't be anyway different. There's no lock stick going on, and there's no finger sore involved over here, because either you're gonna use the nick like that to deploy it, or you're gonna just do like a, not like that, but like this. You're gonna use the spidey flick option to deploy the blade. Also, of course, there's no clip ramp, so just keep that in mind. I'm pretty sure he's doing also versions of this one with the clip, so that can be also an option. Also, this guy is running on bearings, and it has like a sway back kind of look, so the action on this one is just like a slow one. It's, you know, there's no you see the blade just as soon as you disengage the lock bar, it just wants to glide down, but you have to shake it to get it into the closed position. There's not going to be any guillotine effect going on for this one. Overall, the action is pretty smooth. Of course, it's running on bearings. The detent strength is nicely dialed in. No way you're going to be able to shake the blade open, so it is pretty safe. So I mean, overall, this is a pretty cool knife, unique looking. You know that you can you're sure when you handle this guy that you're holding a piece of art, because it's a one-off. Everyone is going to be different, and you can feel like Peter's influence for sure into this one. So there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching. Stay tuned.